And we have to continue to push back aggressively in every way.
Hey guys, I could not wait to report on this because I'm really mad. So I want to remind you guys the, obviously we are in turmoil. We feel like there's a coup happening, and Democrats are very, very frustrated with their leaders. I mean, even Republicans who voted for Trump in the reddest of districts also are complaining to their Congress people. But the Democrats that are going to their senators, representatives, it doesn't matter who, are so frustrated with the Democratic Party because it feels like nothing is getting done. All the theatrics, you guys must have seen my like freak out several weeks ago. The theatrics of going in front of the Department of Education, just like knock, knock, knock. Can we come in? Oh, they won't let us in. Blah 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 blah. It's just like push in. You are the government, and you're letting this person who doesn't even work for you, for the government, just stand in the way. And you're just calling it a day, throwing your hands up. So finally, we're starting to see a little bit more momentum, right? But not enough. And the reason being is because this weak leader, Hakeem Jeffries, we wonder why his speeches and his actions, there's like no sense of urgency, no energy, no nothing, no plan. There's no plan until finally on social media, people started yelling at their representatives, calling them and saying, you know what? You're going to completely oppose every single thing that the Republicans put on that table, and you're going to obstruct, and you're going to delay it as long as possible because that's all we have. And this guy goes on stage and basically says, I don't know. Our hands are tied. They have the house. They have the. And then he had the nerve to go on to these independent organizations like Move On. And I can't remember who the other one was, but basically saying, how dare they like get in our, politics and everything when they're trying to hold the Democratic Party accountable. And the reason is, let me read you this. It says House Democratic leaders are pissed, not necessarily at President Trump or the so called Department of Government Efficiency, but at groups like Move On and Indivisible that are urging them to take more of a confrontational approach to oppose the administration. According to Axios, members of the Democratic Steering and Policy Committee and Minority Leader Representative Hakeem Jeffries, a Democrat from New York, held a closed door meeting earlier this month to vent their frustrations with the groups whose members have been calling their offices and demanding action. There were like a lot of people who were like, we've got to stop the groups from doing this. People are concerned that they're saying we're not doing enough, but we're not in the majority, said one person who attended the meeting. Their powerlessness to oppose Trump and Doge has been a repeated theme from congressional Democratic leaders. What leverage do we have? Jeffries asked during a press briefing on February 7th. Republicans have repeatedly lectured America. They control the House, they control the Senate, and the presidency. It's their government. There are a lot of factors for why the elected Democrats can seem to muster a powerful opposition to the administration, one of which is that they have financially tied their political futures to the companies and industries that benefit from them. A recent campaign finance filing that has so far gone unnoticed provides a good case in point. So, Hakeem Jeffries went to Silicon Valley and went to literally the same people, if not the same person, who's contributed to the Trump administration, who caused this whole entire mess and this administration that is going to kill, deport, starve, and indoctrinate our children with far right extremism. He just scored a major campaign contribution for the DCCC from Palantir and SpaceX. The title of this article is called DCC Scores Massive Palantir and SpaceX Lobbyist Cash Haul. It was published on the 24th of 2025. That's why there's no fire under a lot of the Democrats' asses. And that's why Hakeem Jeffries is so weak. He's not weak when it comes to getting money and selling American citizens down the river. So they wonder why they keep losing elections. Because us independent thinkers know that it's the same bird, just a different wing. They're all paid and bought for by the same corporations and lobbyist groups. Hakeem Jeffries also has done a lot of fundraising with United Healthcare. Imagine that. The same company that, because of their business dealings, made an unstable person go insane and kill the CEO. They're playing with them too. So don't let them tell you that they're any different. They're just a little nicer. That's it. Hakeem Jeffries needs to step down. And every single one of those Democrats that is paid for, other than from small donations from their constituents, small dollar donations, that is what we should be expecting. That is what we should be demanding. Because until we get money out of politics, these politicians will continue to not work and fight for what's in our best interest. They will always fight for the 1%, the same person who is in that administration and who's making every single one of Americans' lives is going to be a living hell. And it's because these guys help them. So do not vote for another Democrat until they promise to not take any more contributions from any PACs and contributions from companies. The money needs to come from us because then we know that they're working for us. Get money out of politics, and this asshole needs to resign immediately.